Tesla signals at a possible another stock split, and also when is the best time to start to looking to purchase stock splits. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's put my headphones on. So we're going to look at the SEC report today. We're going to look at the SEC.gov and look at that 8K report that everybody's referring to about Tesla doing a stock split. And then people have asked me all the time. We have Google, who's set to do their stock split, I think, in June 15th. And we also have Amazon, who's set to do their stock split as well. With all these splits going on everywhere, people are wondering what is the best time, when should I buy, all these things like that. But that's what we're going to talk about on this episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and make sure hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we are going to jump straight into it. So if you don't know already, Tesla, we're going to get in here. Let's pull this up. We're on the SEC.gov. Now that we're on the SEC.gov, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tesla. And once we get to Tesla, we're going to look at their 8K report. So you go to SEC.gov, you hit Tesla, and we're going to look at their current reports. Here it is right here. It's the current report. We're going to click on it. Now let me switch this screen real quick so y'all can see it as I am seeing it. Here it is here. Where we at? There we go. So this is the 8K report that you see a lot of people referring to. This is the 8K report that was released this morning when it came out. And let's see what they have to say. Right, let's blow it up here a little bit. Hopefully y'all can see it pretty good. So it says on March 28th, 2022, Tesla company announced its plan to request stockholders' approval at the upcoming annual meeting in 2022 for stockholders at the stockholders annual meeting to increase the number of shares, authorized shares of common stocks through an amendment of the company's amended restated certificate of incorporation. So essentially, they put here, they're saying on today, they said they announced a plan to request a stockholder approval at the upcoming 2022 annual meeting of stockholders for an increase in the number of authorized shares of common stock through the amendment of the company's amendment. So, they already made an amendment about their stocks already, right? They already made an amendment when they did the last stock split. I think their last stock split was last year. So Tesla here is again over $1,000. They're looking to split. And when they're looking to do the split, I don't know, they're going to do a 20 for one or 2 for one, take it back down to $200 or whatever. But what does this mean, right? So this is a stock dividend. So what happens is with Google is doing a 20 to 1. I think Amazon is doing a 20 to 1 as well. So I mean, for every stock you have, you're going to get a stock dividend of 19 additional shares. So ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from the horse's mouth. This is the 8K that Google, this is an announcement form 8K that Google put into the SEC that you can look up on the SEC.gov. This is where I'm reading this report from because this is coming directly from the horse's mouth, not something else somebody else I heard somebody say or think somebody else say. Now, with that being said, this goes back to the golden question. People always say, well, Prince, with the stock split coming up, when is the best time to buy a stock split? Do I go ahead and buy it now? Because guess what happens every time a stock split is announced? When Google announced it, stock jumped up. When Amazon announced it, they usually announce it right around their quarterly earnings. So when Amazon did it, everybody jumped up. When Google did it, everybody jumped up. All the other good stuff like that. So now everybody's saying this stock jump up. Everybody's like, the media is talking about it. When do I get in? Do I go buy now? Do I buy now or do I wait? What should I do? Should I wait till it gets cheaper? Do I buy one and get 19? It becomes very tricky. So let's go back to, as we all know, past performance is not a great indicator of future performance, meaning just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it will happen later on, right? Happen again. But let's take a look at the historical trend. I remember this happening, and it happens all the time. This happens all the time when stocks do split. So one of the easiest ways to look this up is to look at what happened when Apple did a stock split. Did the stock go up when Apple did a stock split? Was it a good time to buy it right when Apple did the stock split, or is it a good time to wait? So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look here. Where are we at? We got Tesla here. We're going to box that out, get rid of that one. Now we're going to bring them up right here. Here we go. Share the screen here. Let me share this screen. And here we go. So now this is the Apple chart that I pulled up on Yahoo Finance. So we go here. We're on Yahoo Finance. We're going to go over here to chart. And I'm looking up to see what happened when Apple did the stock split, right? What happened when they did the stock split? Their last stock split was on August 28th, 2020, right? I think they did a 4-for-1 at that time. It was a 4 or 5-for-1. But here we go here. Let's go back. I think 2-year chart should do it, right? Let's look at a 2-year chart. Okay. Pull this so y'all give me 1 second. This chart is kind of thinking here. I don't know why my internet has been a little choppy tonight. But hopefully y'all can hear me just fine. So let's go back. We're going to look at a 2-year chart, and we're going to see what did the stock do when the actual stock split occurred. Now, when the announcement of the stock split happens, the stock jumps up. But what happened when the stock actually splits? What happens? So let's go back here to August 28th. Where are we at here? I usually look at the candlesticks on here. Where are we at? I think we're right about here, right? So right here on the bottom, you see this big sell, this big yellow bar here, right? A lot of sell volume. This means that the bears took over for that day. So right here at my little cross mark, right about here, when the stock took a split, you see a dip happen. When a dip happens, then, of course, the stock is doing way better now than it did when the split happened, because when the split happened, it went down to 106. The split happened, the stock went down to 106 after the announcement. Look at this. All this buildup going into the split. Everybody, woo, Apple, yeah. I'm about to get 5 more shares. Then every time it happens, it has a little whoop, sell off, and then you can go from there. Now that's Apple. Now, who was the other big company that did the split? Apple did a split, and I think it was, let's look at Tesla. Since Tesla last split, the stock has doubled, right? Let's go to the Tesla split world. Everybody loves to get in on the split, right? So let's go to the chart. Now we just looked at Apple, and I'm going to take a look here, do a little research. Let me see. When was the last Tesla stock split? When? Go into the investor relations on the website. Right? It wasn't that long ago. It was like a year ago. Okay. So August of 2020. What date was that? August of 2020, they did a 5-to-1 stock split. I'm looking for the exact date. What is the exact date, y'all? Where we at? August 31st. Okay, August 31st, 2020. All right. So now that we have the Tesla stocks up, Tesla chart up, let's go back to August 2020 and let's see what did this stock do after it split. Let's take a look. This is my first time seeing it as well. I looked at Apple. I already knew Apple, but let's take a look at Tesla. What did it do the last time it did a split? Nothing wrong with having a little historical data. Let's go back to it. Let's take a look at a 5-year chart. So here we go. We're on a 5-year chart. Let's get down to August. Where is August? There we go. All right, we're September. So, okay. So here we go here. Look at this. So right about here is when the stock split again, right? August 31st. You see the nice little drop again, but you see, look at all this buildup. This is when everybody, look at all these bulls running to the company, running to it, and it splits. So essentially, if you waited until the split, got in here, a year later, look at where you at. You would have got this stock for, when it split down to $400, you would have doubled your money if you had waited until the split. So the announcement of the split, everybody goes up. Tesla stock today, they talked about it. We just looked at the 8K report. If you tuned in late, they said, hey, we're looking at asking shareholders to do another stock split. And everybody ran into the stock, right? Shot up the stock 8% already, anticipating this split. That is all hype. Some people, yes, they're saying, hey, I got into it before the split. I'll wait till all the hype come. Then every time right after that split, you see this sell button. Everybody has this little red sell button. Look at this. On August 31st, what happened? the stock actually dropped. So I would rather wait until after the split. I don't want to buy into the hype. Tesla is up 8%. I don't want to get it when it's at a premium. I could just wait until the actual split. They haven't even declared a split date. Google has announced a split date. They have announced a 20-to-1 split will happen. Amazon has announced a 20-to-1 split will happen. Tesla just talked about doing a split and everybody ran into it. So they haven't even announced it. They said, hey, we're looking at asking our shareholders, which the shareholders will probably say yes. And then they'll probably put a date out there. So this is not even the talks. This just talks like, hey, we're looking at, hey, y'all, what do y'all think we should do a stock split again? And look at all the media goes crazy. So with me, when everybody look at it, it becomes hard. Everybody says, well, what is the best time to get into it? When is the best time to buy it? Right? You know, Max B, what's going on, Max B? This is my guy. Always holding me down. I'm only on YouTube and Twitch tonight. He said, Max B said, there's no added value from a split anyway. No need to rush in. I agree. I like that. Drop the gems. So every time Tesla, as you saw, the 8K report said, hey guys, we're at our next annual meeting. We're going to ask shareholders about a stock split. I'm not telling you what I heard, what I read somewhere, what somebody talked about. This came from the 8K. When you look at a company like Google and Apple and Amazon, when they decided to do their split, when the split is announced, they tell you the date that they're going to do the split. They're going to give you a record date. This is the date that you have to be on record to get advantage of the dividends of the split. Then after the split, it'll tell you like, this is the date that the stock will actually split. I think it's June 15th for Google, and I think Amazon is like beginning of June or something like that too. So when everybody's out here running into a particular company thinking, oh, this is just a talk of a split, and Tesla jumped 8%. Just the talks of it. Don't know when the date's going to happen, know anything about it. It just talks of it going around. But yeah, that's my topic today. We talked about Tesla. They talked about doing a split. Not a guaranteed split to happen. They are talking about doing a split. And the stock jumped 8%. And with the split talk, we're in the split party. Tesla is splitting. Amazon is splitting. Google is splitting. Is it time to get in now, or is it time to wait to get additional and more shares? My opinion, looking at everything, what's the big thing? Wait until after the split happens, because usually once the split happens, you have a nice little sell-off and you can get in at a better price. You don't want to buy at a premium, you want to buy at a discount. Well, until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever is crazy y'all see me doing around the globe, make sure you grab those Wesley Learns book series. Yes, that's right. My children's book series, Wesley Learns to Invest, Wesley Learns About Credit, and Wesley Learns About Insurance are available everywhere you can find and buy books, and check out the podcast as well. Until the next video, podcast, cartoon, whatever's crazy you see me doing around the globe, my name is Prince Dykes. I'm the Prince of Investing. Prince, peace, be safe. I'm out, and thank you.